What is happening? Hey, are you... What are you doing?
Morphing into an eagle.
An eagle that is choking. Wow. You okay?
Yeah, it's intense. That's an intense process.
Boy, if you could really morph into an eagle,
I would.
But it required doing that
Forever.
I would never do it. It's looked too painful.
I would love to be a bird.
Even if it required almost dying every time?
Flying is worth dying. Flying is worth
Sounds like a disturbed person.
Almost dying.
Almost dying.
I would love to be a bird of prey.
All right, so I haven't told you a very recent encounter I had with my sixth son, Lando.
Your sixth son?
Lando, sick.
Oh.
Sick. Like, man, he is sick, man. He is just about to vomit.
Mm-hmm.
So I get home and I pull into the driveway and my kid transportation vehicle, a minivan, is parked in the driveway. And
yeah, Link recently upgraded his minivan to a minivan.
My child transportation vehicle. And so I pull in the driveway and I notice that said vehicle, all the doors and windows are all open. And ain't nobody in there. And then the booster seat is outside of the vehicle. And I don't think much of it because I don't think much.
Yeah.
You know, that time of day, I'm getting home from work, I'm like, man, I have just no time for thinking.
Right.
Time for walking and time for eating dinner. Go in the house and Lando's on the couch and everybody else is at the dinner table getting ready to eat. And Christy's like, we had some trouble with Lando and the
van.
The trip home. He said, I don't feel good. A
little late.
Yeah.
A little late on that one,
So it's like, there's no, at the age of 4 or 5 years old, he's well, come to find out, the boy has never vomited before. This is his first vomiting experience that, at least that he recollects,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm sure he did as a child, as a baby.
So, and you'll have to cross-reference this, because I remember you told a story about Shepard vomiting. I think you made the statement that you don't truly become a father until you're cleaning up your son's vomit. Or something like that?
Something like that.
Well, okay, let's see if that theory holds here. So we're sitting down to dinner, he's over there. So he threw up in the van, they had to air out the van, so I go, she said go out there and see if it still stinks, so I went out there.
Doesn't that new van like have a button and like it just cleans itself?
Well, it opens.
No.
It airs itself out.
I thought you got the one with an anti-vomit device.
No, I should have. Does that exist? And so then we go back in the house. I'm like, you know what? I rolled up the windows, I closed it. Everything's good to go. The seat's still on the outside because that's the thing that stinks the most.
Okay.
And then we eat dinner and we're hanging out and we're watching, I don't know, something on television. Kids love that, the Master Chef with the kids.
Master Chef
who
Junior.
The producers teach them how to cook off camera and then the kids take full credit for it on camera.
Such a cynic.
We love that show, but by the way, it's all about food.
Yeah.
And by this time, I had just, because I didn't experience the first vomiting, time, I had totally forgotten that he was sick. So he's sitting in my lap.
Oh, good.
On the couch, watching the Master Chef Junior. And it's a commercial break, and I don't have...
That steak looked good. Did you do that?
The TiVo, I don't have TiVo. So at the commercial breaks, I like to mute the commercials.
Yeah.
So
You're really holding out there.
I reached for,
no DVR.
I know I'm giving a lot of detail here, but I reached forward to grab the remote.
Mute it.
I reached forward to grab the remote in order to mute it, and that was the moment that I think I applied a little too much pressure on Lando. And he buked again right there, but I did get it muted. And so he's puking, and there was, I was panicking. It was on me, it was on the couch, it was on the rug. And we have hardwood floors, but it hit everything except the hardwood floor.
Yeah.
And so I'm panicking. All this happens in a matter of milliseconds, but to me it feels like an eternity. Not enough time for me to think logically, though. Christy gets up and starts running around. And I'm like, I can't even make words come out. And I reach my hand up and instinctively put my hand over his mouth.
Oh, I thought you went to your mouth.
No, not to my mouth, to his mouth as he was vomiting. So he's like, blah, blah, blah. He's like vomiting all over my hand.
Let me guess, that didn't really work.
It didn't help. It didn't stop him up. And so I stood up, and Christy comes back with towels, and Lily's got towels, and I'm like, trash can. And and then I get him vomiting into a trash can, and he's done by this point.
Wow, this is quite a process.
And we clean everything up. We still get to see the last 10 minutes of MasterChef Junior.
You could have seen all of it with you.
If I had TiVo.
Yeah.
I don't have that technology. And
the future.
So then we put the kids to bed, and Christian and I are watching something else on TV, and I'm sitting there watching. And of course I'm totally clean at this point, but then my hand still has that smell on it.
It never goes away.
It never goes away.
It takes days.
Days. What in the smell? Smell it.
No.
Smell right there.
It's a lesson, man. It's a lesson to get TiVo.
I use soap. I use dishwashing detergent. I used salt scrub.
You got to burn it.
You got to burn the hand.
You got to boiling water. Stick your hand in the boiling water.
Start all over.
Yeah. Start all over, not with a new hand.
Just like Groot. And so that was a few nights ago, actually. So he's only been drinking Gatorade. I don't know what you're supposed to do, but that's what we do in our house. You just drink Gatorade. Just pump them full of athleticized sugar and some rice, perhaps, maybe some bread.
The old rice and Gatorade diet.
Yeah, and he hasn't vomited again, but there's still a little bit on there.
Seem to like it a little bit.
No, I do think I finally got rid of it, but it involves.
Hey, listen, it'll never leave that van, though. I'll tell you right now.
Really?
You get your nose up on that van seat. Never leaves.
But I do feel like I've got to have a better game plan. I shouldn't just don't grab the mouth. Yeah, hold out.
I think you got to get him out, and you got to get him into. You got to get him into a place like even the fireplace.
Point him at the
in your
sibling.
House, the fireplace would have been okay.
Oh, fireplace.
Because then you just turn it on after it's over with. Just burn it all up.
You're into the burning stuff. What's burning and vomit?
It's the closest.
No, point it at the sibling that you're having the most issues with.
Yeah, the one you want to teach a lesson to.
Right.
Lesson in humility.
But when he was done, he's asking questions afterward. He's like, am I gonna what word did he say? He didn't say wretch. He didn't say hurl. He didn't say vomit.
Ralph?
Yak. He said he used yak. I think Lincoln taught him yak. He's like, but he thinks it's the proper term. So he's like, Mom, is this gonna make me yak again? But he doesn't. It's like that's the proper term to him, like vomit. Take it as you will.